Today we are making everybody's favorite brownies. For this recipe you will need 200 grams of sugar or 1 cup of sugar, 300 grams of chocolate. I'm using a mix of dark and milk chocolate, 3 medium-sized eggs, 50 grams of flour, self-raising flour. If you don't have any, it could be multi-purpose flour with half a teaspoon of baking powder. The first thing we need to do, you also need butter, 200 grams of butter. For this recipe, we need to melt the butter and the chocolate together. So it's really easy. What I tend to do is melt it in a microwave for 2 minutes. So I will put my butter and my chocolate together and I will melt it in the microwave for 1 minute. Then I will stir it. Then I will put it back in for another minute, and that is normally enough. Obviously your microwave might be slightly different, so it's worth checking as you go. Right, so I have my butter in here and I will place my chocolate in there. It's all very easy. Pop it in there and then put it in the microwave for a minute and then 1 more minute after you stirred it. So if your butter is cold, you might need a little bit longer than 2 minutes. The mixture will look like this. So you will just have to stir that until it becomes one delicious mixture of chocolate and butter. For the next step, you will need to break the 3 eggs into a different bowl. Try not to get any shell in, but if you do, just make sure you get it out. And you need to mix this. You can use a hand whisk or you can use the electric, whatever is easier for you. So whisk your eggs until they're pale and fluffy. And then add your sugar, your 200 grams of sugar or 1 cup of sugar into the mixture and whisk until it thickens. It should look like this. It's very easy. Right, at this stage you need to gently fold in your chocolate mixture. Make sure all of it goes in. I love this marbling effect, but we want all of this to get mixed in properly. Once this is mixed in, you just need to sieve the flour and add that too. I don't always sieve the flour, and it works fine, but I will for today. And then just fold this in as well. So when this is all mixed in, you pour it into your baking tin. I have prepared a baking tin which I've lined with greaseproof paper. This is 20 by 20 centimeters. So just pour your mixture carefully in there, making sure it all goes in. You're going to bake it in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. The oven should be preheated to 190 degrees centigrade or 170 if you're using a fan oven. I'm using a fan oven, so mine is 170. And here it is, the brownies. The delicious chocolate smells have filled the kitchen. So I'm going to leave this to cool down. I've cut it into 16 squares, and they're sort of generous size as opposed to a tiny little bite size. If I do, yum, yum. Look at that. A little bit of icing sugar to finish it off. Voila!